Greetings, my people. This is your one and only Okute Daily Talk, bringing to you this Sunday live broadcast from the corners of Okute Daily Talk. Today being the October 16th in the year 2022. Here are the headlines. After that, then we will go into the news one by one to know what it says. Nigeria and the politics of blackmail, the Mbaka example. This news is coming to you from the BiafraTimes.com. IPOB fought federal government over freed 101 Boko Haram from Ikoyi prison while detaining IPOB members and its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. You can find this news and also Biafra Post and in Daily Trust and also NigeriaNews.com. Anambra flood mishaps, IPOB reacts, condoles with victims. Rise of violation. Court discharges, acquits Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism charges. Breaking. Abuja Appellate Court allows Kanu's appeal, discharged and acquitted the IPOB leader. Breaking. Court of Appeal discharged and acquits Nnamdi Kanu on amended charges. Everything this week is all about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Breaking news. Court discharged and acquit Nnamdi Kanu. That's another one. So let's go straight into the business of the day. Nigeria and the politics of blackmail, the Mbaka example, by Nelson Ofoka Yagazie, Biafra Times. For a very long time now, the Nigerian government has been fighting tooth and nail to extinguish Biafra agitation. One would think that as one of the countries that mount human rights, this fight is legally, severely, and diplomatically orchestrated. But hell no, it is everything but civil, legal, and diplomatic. Armaments and troops are mobilized in a war fashion against civilians, armed with nothing but flags and t-shirts. For agitating for freedom, Biafra are gone down as though they were guinea fowls. Folks are abducted in their homes and either illegally detained or summarily dealt with. Nevertheless, the people's desire for freedom seems unwavering. As the more they are massacred, the more poised they become. That is Biafra for you. Because we are fighting for a just cause. And we are the children and sons of Biafra land. So we are not giving up the struggle. No matter what they do or no matter what they say, no matter how they detain or mob our fellow brothers and sisters, the gospel truth still remains. We will not give up this fight. We will fight until the end as Ojukwu did. Having failed even in unbridled violence, blackmail became their most potent weapon. Not only to do state players commit murder and unprovoked, they will do so and try to pin it on IPOB members. They do this just to market the outfit and the struggle it champions. A state that indiscriminately kills its own citizens to discredit a freedom quest is beyond verbal description, and that is the gospel truth. So let's move on. In recent time, we have seen Nigerian elements of their game of blackmail against the IPOB, despite the group crying loud that they are innocent, armless, and harmless. The conspiratory media indulges the government. But Nigerian government isn't the only quarter involved in the game of blackmail. The wider society is, as we all know, the government is a mirror of the society. For leaders don't fall from the sky, nor do they the media arm. The latest victim, their mischief, is the fiery priest, Reverend Father Ejike Kamilu Sumbaka, the spiritual director of Adoration Ministry Enugu. In the past, the eccentric priest had grievated towards Buhari and APC-led government, but he seems to have retraced his steps recently, and while he isn't for the APC anymore, he however doesn't seem to think much of Obi and his obedient movement. And I quote, Farambaka had made comments that weren't the nicest with regards to Peter Obi's political aspirants and the Catholic Church, absolving self of partisan politics, had, as a deterrent, issued a punitive measures to him. He is now receiving his own punishment. The priest had recoiled to his shell, serving his punishment faithfully, but the mischief makers wouldn't let him. They have to spice it up with blackmail. They concocted a very careless and insensitive statement credited to him and have it circulated both in the mainstream media and the social media. Reading the circulating fabrication, it is obvious that those behind it intended to draw sympathy for Obi, while it is politically wise to draw sympathy for a candidate. It is evil to achieve that with blackmail, and they will not succeed. It does seem once Nigerians disagree with you on a particular issue, they go overboard. Blackmail and forgery are just tools to them. It is one thing to disagree with someone, it's another thing to blackmail him. I, for one, have disagreed with Mbaka in the past. I have disagreed with some other men of God. In fact, I have disagreed with Christianity and still do. Nothing is wrong with the differing in opinion, but everything becomes wrong when you dive into blackmail. Mbaka is suffering a tiny portion of what Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB have been suffering for long. Well, he has come forward to issue a disclaimer. He has in a video message denied making such nasty statements being credited to him. It is sad how evil Nigerians can be. That is your own man of God. In a live TV, you came out and said we cannot vote for somebody who is stingy. That somebody who is stingy cannot rule Nigeria. Now you have received your own part of the stinginess. As you are serving your punishment, remember to pray that God should forgive the other sins you have committed against Goodluck Jonathan by coming at the same podium to say that Goodluck is a woman. That Goodluck, instead of him to be good luck to Nigerians, it have turned to bad luck. Look at where the bad luck you have given, the good luck of a Buhari you have given to us. Then you turn the person who is making the country better to a bad luck. We salute you, Father Mbaka, the Nigerian politician, who does nothing other than speaking politics and live the work of God that he is called to do. My great people of Biafra, as people have seen it, that the person who is supposed to stand with us is against us. Now he is receiving his punishment. I pray that nothing bad happened to him. Let's look into another news. IPOB forced federal government overfreed 101 Boko Haram from Ikoyi prison while detaining IPOB members and its leader, Nnamdi Kanu. The global family and the movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the leadership and command of Mazi Onyendu Okechukwu Kanu, condemned the recent release from Ikoyi prison 101 members of Boko Haram terrorists by Fulani-led federal government of Nigeria, while the same government is illegally detaining unarmed and peaceful IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB members in various detention facilities across the country, Nigeria. It is public knowledge that this federal government covertly sponsors and supports terrorists who have massacred a lot of people by the way they colluded with the terrorists to free their members from Kuje prison a few months ago. The same government have unconditionally released the remaining terrorists from Ikoyi prison. These Fulani terrorists freed by their government were either swapped with the Abuja trained hostages or free to prepare for national jihad as the Fulanization agenda is at its final stage. Those Boko Haram terrorists detained in Ikoyi, Lagos, were never taken to court since their detention in 2019. We are aware no court freed or granted them bail, but they were released through presidential or cabals order. And they are holding somebody, a freedom fighter, without a gun, without a machete, not even a scissors, just ordinary placard and a polo. You are shooting them, killing them on daily basis, maiming them, imprisoning them in different parts of the prison in the country. Wow, when can justice serve? I mean, when can this country receive the human rights and the rule of law? I doubt that will happen soon. Unless all these foolish Fulanis are being chased out of this country, let them go back to where they come from. Then we will be able to have people who respect the rule of law and also the human rights that we claim to be practicing in Nigeria. They have been unconditionally released to continue their terrorism and jihad business, which is the lucrative business in the caliphate, of course. That is the only business they know how to do. In the face of this tribalism and the travesty of justice, the Nigerian government kidnapped and continued to detain the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in a solitary confinement with other IPOB members unjustly. Fulani-led government of Nigeria is telling us that no other people in other tribe matter, but only their murderous terrorist brothers from their tribe. Wow, this is really unbelievable. I can't really put my mind together on what is happening in our country, Nigeria. How foreigners have invaded our country, ruling our people, killing our people, setting their people free from prison, from everything they committed, and jailing the innocent ones. How the mighty have fallen. How Nigeria have fallen. This is to show Igbo, all Biafrans, and others that they are not needed in Nigeria. Nigeria government should unconditionally release Nnamdi Kanu and other IPOB members detained in several security custodies in Nigeria immediately. Why will Biafrans be imprisoned for peaceful agitation for a referendum for independent Biafra nation? Why terrorists who murder thousands are freed because they are Muslims or Fulanis? Yet, the same government keep deceiving the world, fake audio killings of terrorists and bandits, whereas they are freeing even the ones that were arrested. What a word. We are calling men and women of the good conscience across the world to prevail on Nigeria government and its compromised security to unconditionally release Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader, and other IPOB members, because self-determination is a fundamental human right both nationally and locally. And I quote, IPOB leader and members must be released if Nigeria wants peace. Nigeria government and her controllers are fanning the fire that will consume them. IPOB is on an irreversible divine mandate to restore Biafra, and those who stand in our way will be consumed. It is only a matter of time. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB, has spoken, and you people have to pass this information on to our brothers and sisters out there, both home and abroad. Those who are in support of what we are doing, please pass on this information to them, that we can never give up unless the Haram referendum is given to us. In the other news, we have, and I quote, Obasanjo dragged Peter Obi to occupy his seat at public event. That is, it means a lot to the Biafra land, despite the fact that he's not contesting on the platform of Biafra. But I know Peter Obi will do something when elected as the president of Nigeria. In a viral video cited by Nigeria News Online, the former military and the democratic leader endorsed the former governor of Anambra State to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari come 2023. This Obasanjo did after declaring that his job is done, while moving Peter Obi from his initial seat at the public occasion to his own reserved seat. The president of Nigerians, Peter Obi, my job is done, said Obasanjo, who chaired the gathering of elites. Okute Daily Talk reports that Obi and Obasanjo have had a series of private and public meetings recently. Speaking shortly after one of their meetings in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, at the residence of the former Nigerian leader, Obi via his Twitter handle said he met Obasanjo to discuss matters of national importance. I deeply appreciate the opportunity to hold extensive discussion with President Olusegun Obasanjo X earlier today on our rising national interest matters. As usual, the exchanges were forthright and animated. Obi tweeted, Obasanjo will be convinced to support Tinubu's presidential bid. Ogunlewe. Last Tuesday, a former Minister of Works, Adesi Ogunlewe, expressed optimistic that Obasanjo will support the presidential candidate of all progressive candidates. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, continue dreaming, my brother. You will dream until Peter entered that seat. Ogunlewe, who however spoke days after Obasanjo denied endorsing Peter Obi ahead of 2023 presidential election, said during an interview with Daily Independent that Yoruba elders will beg Obasanjo to support Tinubu's presidential ambition. He said the first step that needs to be taken is to canvass their position and let Obasanjo know that Tinubu is better than other presidential candidates. Story for the gods. The former minister described Obasanjo as a reasonable person, adding that if he is persuaded and shown what Tinubu can do, he will follow him. Ogunlewe said, it is when your stuff is low, that is when you cannot support you. That is when he cannot support you. You must match him with intelligence because the Obasanjo I know will never follow you blindly. That is the news I have for my people today, being the Sunday, the 16th day of October in the year 2022. Until I come your way again, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my content, and share it. Invite all your brothers and sisters so that they will be all aware of what is happening or what is about to happen in Nigeria and Biafra land at large. I will be giving up this broadcast here. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. It will not take you anything to subscribe to my channel. You are not going to pay money. Just click that subscription button and also turn on your notification button. Be the first to be notified each time I come live or post anything new. It won't take you anything, my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my uncles, aunts, my friends, fans, and subscribers all over the world. I greet you, and I also, from the depth of my heart, I thank all of you immensely for what you have been doing to make sure that this ministry is moving in the right direction. May the good Lord and the Chukwu bless each and every one of us. And I am going now. Okay, Messiano, my people. Good luck and happy Sunday to you all.